Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News, baby dolls. First things up. They tried to wipe us out, did they? Tried to end our bull market, did ya? I'm going to show you one thing, friends. Look at the Bitcoin price action. Right here. It is exactly, isn't it funny? I drew these squiggly lines on the weekend. This is what we were hoping to see. I said, we need Bitcoin to come back in here and around here somewhere. I'm actually expecting, and yes, I do have a band-aid on my face. I am expecting another mini Trump tweet or something, which scares people, which makes people think, you know what? I hate him. I really hate him now. That's what we're looking for. Maybe that's what comes out. And in that higher low formation, we realize that, oh, we're actually moving up. But no one's going to feel good on it. I've got some cracker episode stuff coming for you today, friends. I'm just going to give you the juicy news right now. The Trump insider whale has actually reshorted. Okay? We're going to speak about Michael Saylor. Is Michael Saylor watching your friend Somi right now? He's actually posted Don't Stop Believing. We're going to speak about the White House comments, all the shorts that might get liquidated, some Binance talk, all of that coming your way and more, friends. I want to show you the BTC chart right here. We have a green monthly candle for Bitcoin. Wow. Soyboy Bears are in disbelief. Can you believe that? The green monthly candle for BTC. Oh my gosh. They are literally in disbelief. So all those soy boys who are calling for the end, they probably have to rethink everything now because they didn't buy the dip. I know they're not buying. They're going to miss it, friends. Listen, it's funny. In crypto, because it's so volatile, people just say, oh, black swan, go down. It's going down. Short, it's over. They keep saying that because it's so volatile. Every time there's a little move on the way down, what actually happens is they like celebrate so much, but they don't buy the dip. They just don't. They never do. And the lows get higher each time. And they still never participate. We still have the Ethereum monthly candle, friends. The Ethereum monthly candle is pretty much recovered as well. It's almost green. I mean, look at this, friends. Remember I told you, friends, do you remember I told you to do the trade? You'd get in here and your stop is right here. Look how close it came. If you were to do a swing trade, your stop would be below the swing low of this candle. This would be it. So, like, if you were sidelined, I know, like, honestly, if you're who the hell's sidelined at this point? But if you're still sidelined, this is your swing trade, what you do. You'd get in Ethereum here. You would risk, what is this? This is a $750 move. And you're going to probably get like 5 to 1 at this point. You can maybe get, for Ethereum, right? You're risking $750. Try to get like 7,300 later on. Hopefully we do get there or even higher. That's for a swing trade. And obviously, as you get to see, you probably don't want to do that. As you just got to witness why. It's just not worth it, man. It's absolutely not worth it. Look at the exchanges just did. But unironically, this is actually the best time to do it all. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to like just pretend that it's not. It is the best time to do it. Right now. Then now's the best time. The thing is, though, look what it took. Took like, you know, all your pounds of flesh as well. The ETH-BTC candle is also almost green for the month. Back to green. That'd be nice to see. So, man, we've got a lot of juicy things coming your way as well. We have total crypto still 3.8 trillion. Let's have a quick closer look as well. The Bitcoin weekly candle as well. Look at this, just comes wicks down through the 21 EMA, stays up here. It's still a green weekly super trend. The bull market's still intact. You got to remember, friends, all those people who said to put on a short. Look, friends, I don't want to use the word stupid, but look how silly they look. Oh no, I'm so concerned. Look what it looks like, bro. Literally, friends, look at this. They're saying, oh no, I'm so concerned. Oh gosh, you know, but it's a believer cycle. You've seen it now. We've all seen it. Let's play some Pumpy G music as well. Oh, yeah. We've seen it now. I've told you to believe a cycle. How many times? Trying to ruin our bull market. Oh, you're trying to ruin our bull market, are you? Man, that was disgusting. Look at the OTHERS-btc candle. It's almost completely back, friends. It's literally almost completely back. And look, I know this is wild as well, but you know what I've done is I've actually just moved the goalposts. So see how it says 3 years bear. Let's write it out. This is actually 4 years bear. Sad to see, but this is what we got. So maybe we start to go up only from here. And if you notice, I've literally been saying, maybe we go up only from here. I've literally been saying that every day for like 2 years. Oh, man. It's been one regrettable participation in this godforsaken industry. What do we do, though? Got to keep on moving on. Remember, we have retail lining up to buy gold. And gold, friends, is the harbinger of actual crypto risk on when gold eventually stalls out. Gold could be stalled out now. We saw retail lining up, traditional, that's a stock market, traditional signal retail lining up as well. We're so bruised and battered, friends. That's why I got this Band-Aid on my face for this. It's just such a great representation of what we've gone through. We're literally barely keeping it together. Foreskins, I'd like to say they're intact, but I think everything's shredded at this point. Don't look. Just don't look. We're going to need every surgeon you can get, right? Now, the beautiful part is on this short-term price action, friend, this is actually the beautiful part, okay? These yellow lines, they're the previous month low and high. So we went below the previous month before, and now we've actually come back in. This red line is the previous weekly low. And we've recovered through the previous month and the previous weekly low already. Very powerful, very powerful. Like you're back inside the range after all of that. But you're probably curious as well, friends. The big show star is actually Ethereum. Look what Ethereum is able to do. Ethereum, friends, back in the range after being declared poop, right, by me many times. Isn't this great to see? Wow, it's so nice, friends. Literally, it's almost back, friends. Ethereum's only got 5% to go before it retraces the whole move, $4,300. Do you want to know something interesting? BNB already retraced the move. Yeah, BNB. I'm showing you now, this is a chart of XPL plasma chain up here, but if you look at BNB, friends, check this out. Check this out. Oh my gosh. BNB, friends, literally recovered the whole move and more. Wow. I wonder if that's to do with Binance rotating profits, though, on the big liquidations. I hope you appreciate, friends. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Let's play some angel music. Oh, man, it's been tough. So, I didn't want to make videos, friends. I went through this zombie virus and all these other times, crypto going to zero. And I remember just sitting from the comfort of my squeaky chair. Obviously, just sad, man. Just sad seeing everything. And just, I remember looking at everyone on YouTube whenever they'd come out. I'm like, oh my gosh, how the hell does that person show their face? How do you show your face? Okay, a few of the grifters, you get it. They're just there no matter what because they'll dumping everyone the whole way. But a few, but this is like, you know, it's a few. They're there, but, you know, but the people who just kept showing up, right? And then I even noticed, man, they all took breaks as well. And I was still on Twitter. And I never knew I'd even do YouTube or anything out here. But yeah, I believe it or not, you know how, friends, everyone has like their mantra where they're like, oh, like they have this like this unique goal, maybe for their business, or like, you know, for example, like Warren Buffett, he said, oh, I want Coca-Cola to be within arm's reach of everybody in the world. These kind of like big grand vision things. Yeah. Believe it or not, that's why my heart was in the right place. With YouTube, my vision was always like, I want to be there for when we get another black swan. Okay, I'm there for everyone. Yeah, that was actually me from day one. That was what I always wanted to do, be there for other people like that. That's crazy. It's crazy that it's actually happened. It's happened actually too many times, some would say. Some would say. I didn't really want it to happen. You ever want to sit through the black swan? But I'm glad we're actually living it. Some interesting stuff coming this week, just to let you know. We have the US Kippy coming out on like Wednesday or Thursday. And the US Kippy, friends, remember, we don't pay attention to it much anymore because they're following jobs. But it will be nice if the US Kippy comes out weaker than expected again, just to kind of nudge the US Fed in the right direction and then show us where the price action really wants to go for the rest of this bull market, even though no one wants to really call it a bull market. Having a quick look at PulseChain prices as well. Everything's starting to recover, slow road to recovery out here. Just to let you know as well, of course, a lot of people are feeling pain all the time. I'd like to just remind you, and there's no hopium or copium stuff. However, it is true what I'm about to tell you. Zombie virus 2020 was a black swan. Hex was affected, but not like the rest of the market. Hex was down like 30 or 40%, but the rest of the market was down like 70%. Okay. After that, Hex went on to run 25x to 27x bank. All right. I'm wondering if we just had a black swan with everyone and see how PulseChain didn't dump much. PulseChain only dumped 8% on the move, friends. Do you want to know why? Because we don't have any price oracle bullshit on the chains. It's pretty good. Screw these chains, friends. Look, friends, the incentives are to keep scamming people. They have the user deposits, and when everyone's long, they use the user deposits to sell the spot of the coin and send it down low and just liquidate them and take their money. And do you want to know what's worse? It's like a buy and burn. It's like a yield farm for the exchange, because when they liquidate them, right, they get paid in the tokens. Isn't that sad? That is sad. They just like basically yield farming a whole freaking token holders. Also, friends, I give you a general synopsis of what happened. So what happened was, okay, this is what happened, right? Everyone in crypto took out, without all of us knowing, we didn't know this, it's just the crowd gets caught, okay? Everybody, they stopped holding altcoins spot. Instead, what they did is, let's say they had Fartcoin, okay? Instead of holding Fartcoin, what most people did is they went onto the exchanges, they sold the Fartcoin into collateral, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever the exchange collects, okay? Some big tier collateral like that, or USDC, a lot of them did that. And then they went back to Fartcoin and they put on like a 2 or a 3x leverage long, okay? So this is just showing you, people tried to game the system, okay? So let me actually show you here. I'll just give you an example. Let's look at Fartcoin, for example. They did this with every coin, okay? So, gosh. Okay, so this is what they did, right? Let's put on a weekly just so we can see. So everyone, friends, they had this idea. They go, well, let's say when the price of Fartcoin was like here, 90 cents or $1, what people did is they go, well, you know, I think Fartcoin's going to like, you know, $4 in the future. Right. Now, if you're long spot, they're not excited about $4 because it's just like a 3 or a 4x. So what they do is that, like I said, they go to the exchange and instead of holding Fartcoin, they actually sell it into like USDC. And now with their USDC, they then put on a leverage long. So now they're thinking about this like $3 or $4 target in the future. And now they're excited because they have about a 3x leverage long. Because if you have a 3x leverage long, just to show you, let's say you have a 3x leverage long here, or maybe even a 2x, friends. This is what a lot of people did. After we recovered into up here, everybody had let's say they did a 2x leverage long. A 2x leverage long, your liquidation is going to be down at, you know, let's check it all the way here, down at like 40 cents. You see? So everybody thought, don't worry, like my liquidation's so far away, it's going to be fine. My liquidation's all the way down here. It's fine. And some people even had like a better than, and this actually gets worse. They had cross collateral. So what people did is they go, okay, if I was just isolated, maybe I would have a 50% drop to liquidate me. But now I've got cross collateral and now I need like instead of like a 50% drop from their entry, that's okay. I've got like a 80% drop needed. Well, guess what? It literally dropped. You check out what it did. In one candle, it dropped 80%. It actually it got everyone. So this is very unfortunate. Like I said, they tried to game the system. Everybody tried to. Now, we didn't know this was happening, okay? We did not know. Because people just did this naturally, but the exchanges knew. The exchanges, that's what they just hunted. Someone got hunted, right? Everyone. So I hope you have an appreciation now for actually what's happened. A lot of people tried to literally, instead of holding spot long coins, which is what we do, they try to be like, oh, you know what? Let me, because friends, they try to get the best of both worlds. Because a lot of people, right? If they sold the altcoin, BNB, Fartcoin, whatever, they sell it into, let's say, USDC, they get to sit on their nice USDC, they like it. And then they just get to long their coin. And because if Fartcoin goes up 2 or 3x, right, then they're making like a 2 or 3 times on that. They're leveraged like 2 to 3x, you see? So it's sad, but that's what happened, right? Good news though, Michael Saylor has declared himself a friend of Somi. So Michael Saylor has actually posted, "Don't stop believing," with a Bitcoin logo for B. He is obviously hinting that he's going to be buying Bitcoin soon again, like he does all the time. I think now it's probably a good time to have a quick check at the Bitcoin treasuries as well, just to see how they held up. We got to wait for, obviously, them to all open again. So the Bitcoin treasuries, the MNAV is 1.18. I still hold the belief that the business cycle is going to go up, and these Bitcoin treasuries and digital asset treasuries, they're just trash. They're basically trash. I don't think there's, people are going to regret touching them. Now, big news, friends. Trump Insider Whale has just placed another $161 million short. So people are scared now. What does this mean? Is he going to do more naughty things? So this is it. This is actually a screenshot from his Hyperliquid exchange. You could just enter his address. He's got a $162 million position. He's 10x short. Okay, his entry is about $117,000. Just to check here, I'm not sure if because this is what they're basically saying. They're saying it's the same Bitcoin whale. It must be one of his linked accounts. Okay, so him being short, I wonder. Okay, remember when he shorted, it's it was 1.1 billion. Also, what people are saying here, it's a different wallet address. Why is everyone saying this? It's not true. It might be linked. You got to remember, this guy doesn't just have one account. They might have linked another one out here, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes to that. Also, they did find out who the person is. Okay, they did find out actually who it is. And I'll just show you a quick picture. And he's deleted all his credentials. So it immediately went rogue. So it's this guy, Garrett Jin. Garrett Jin, friends, this is how dodgy it gets. They went through checking out everything out here. They found out who he is. He's they made threads about his history. He used to run an exchange called Bit4X or something and went to zero. These other stuff, all his information out here. He acquired somehow. He holds over 100,000 BTC. He was the insider Trump whale. It's Chinese dude. This is why he gets more sus. Okay, now guess what? He's holding one other trade. He's on Polymarket. He has bought and held yes to a certain key event. Do you want to know what it is? The key event is, will Donald Trump pardon Binance CZ in 2025? This guy's long. Yeah. Wow. I wonder if it's going to work out. Jin is connected to the Bitcoin whale selling on Hyper Unit. So Garrett Jin had one position open on Polymarket. He's been buying it in the last few weeks. Very interesting. So yeah, a lot of poopiness going around. Now, friends, Donald Trump, some comments which have just come out a few hours ago. President Trump says, don't worry about China. It will all be fine. And then Xi Jinping doesn't want a depression for his country, and neither do I. So he's already walked back some comment part. I wonder if they're reloading shorts now. You know, and that's why what everyone thinks is going to happen is that people are going to assume that the shorts are going to take it lower low. Probably not. It's probably going to just do a higher low. It's probably going to be way weaker than people think. Because with crypto, you just forced $19 billion people out. Like normally in this market, so what would happen is, okay, let's just use Ethereum for example, right? Because he scammed everyone. So normally what would happen, okay, if we were going down, yeah, and then it comes back up, he would re-short it and it'll probably come back down. That's in normal circumstances. However, what they did is just liquidate everyone on the way up, on the way down. So then when you come up, there'll be nothing left to sell. You just forced $19 billion of money out already. It's already sold the New Zealand. They literally lost all their money. So all their positions are already out. So there's no weak hands left at all. They're all gone. Everything's been purged. So that's why I expect the jitteries on the way up to be very, very weak. What I can do, friends, is actually show you. It would be like if you go back to zombie virus, okay, there were retracements here, but look, they didn't really do anything. Everyone was expecting in zombie virus there to be like a double bottom and a collapse to zero. But you can see all it could ever do is have these like little wicks or like a little retracement here. Do you see how those moves that you just saw on the chart, they're not anything to be concerned about because zombie virus already liquidated everybody in the first place. White House official Greer says financial markets will calm in the coming week. Okay, I don't know what that means. I hope it's good and they don't screw around, but it's a simulation, bro. It's crime season too. JD Vance, Vice President, says President Trump is willing to be a reasonable negotiator with China on tariffs. So they're starting to come out. They're probably like, played golf over the weekend or something, and now they're coming out, walking back their comments and just talking about stuff. But very interesting as well, the Polymarket odds already called the bluff. The Polymarket odds, when Trump first did the tweets, the odds of Trump putting a China tariff was 60%. Okay, it was 60% chance. And then over the weekend, it floated down to 19%. So it used to be 60% chance he's going to go through with it in November, and now it's down to 19% chance. And it's probably, I haven't checked it now, it's probably like sinking in real time. I think if we can find it, maybe it's worth having a look at. Okay, I just found it. It's down to 10% now. Look at this. US tariff rate on China on November 12th, less than 25%. Look at this. 10% odds now. Wow, 10% odds. So yeah, look at this. They're the whole tariff rate and everything going down. I think they were voting for 100%. So it's about 10, 11% here for the 100% for these big giant numbers. So market figures is out. It's like it's calling the bluff over the weekend. It's doing weekend trading for the stock market. Forbes declares Trump as one of the largest Bitcoin holders in America with over $870 million of Bitcoin exposure. Very interesting actions stuff going there too. Donald Trump, remember friends, his net worth used to be about $1 billion. About that much. Very interesting about Trump, friends. Do you know the money his father gave him when he inherited it in the 70s? If he invested it in the stock market, okay, this was, I think, and then the number I'm about to give you was about 7 years ago. So by 2018, not even now, if he invested all the money in the stock market, in the S&P 500, he would have, I think he's meant to have something like 13 billion. 13 to 18 billion dollars. Yeah, because he was given the amount of money he was given from his father. Instead, he's only got like 1 or 2 billion, which just shows you terrible money manager. Terrible. I mean, for like Donald Trump, the meme of him, he literally ran a casino in the 90s and it went bankrupt. Bro, how does a casino go bankrupt? And that was when he had his stock for it, just went down only. And yeah, so that's why the family's always kind of had this black cloud around snake oil salesman stuff. But yeah, it's kind of fun. That's a thing when it comes to the US economy. So Jack Dorsey urges tax-free Bitcoin, tax-free small Bitcoin payments for everyday use. That'd be great if we can actually see that out there in merchants. Friends, all the normies and stuff and all the oldies and everyone out here just doesn't get it. When they start to actually see payment merchants in the real world have a little Bitcoin logo where they accept it, that's when it will hit them. They need to see that there. Before that, they're like, oh, it's just imaginary internet money. But like, dude, your money's imaginary too. But like, oh, but I can hold it. But yeah, friends, everyone, you got like there's people out there, they have like what, $20,000 of cash in their bank account that they've been saving. Yeah, how much do you carry in your wallet? $50? Yeah, your money's Fugazi too. Your money's literally Fugazi. 99.9% of all your payments using is Fugazi. But then, no, I can see cash. No. Okay, so you're telling me I can basically steal all your money and all I got to do is give you 0.1% of it in a physical representation? But I know it's hard to grasp because no one ever thought about that, right? Binance has decided to cover $283 million in user losses after its tokens depegged. A lot of people say, friends, that it was Binance. They're the culprits and everything. I just don't know if I believe so, man. I think there was an insider that just did stuff because Binance are already first. Why would you go and risk doing this? You know, why would you go and risk it? There had to have been some insider stuff out here, but now everyone gets to see. Just then the system is just, it's nasty, man. It's literally nasty. They know your liquidation point. You get forced out, and you know what? It's all the exchange cabals because all the exchanges want to do it. Yeah, so because the market makers like Wintermute and all the other scammers, they're all crossing with every exchange. So you don't need to take down Binance's price. You just need one of them. Like you can take it down on like Kraken or like Poloniex, whatever. You can take them down, and then all the prices start smacking down, or Coinbase, etc. So what's ahead now? What's ahead? Well, Bitcoin price action is very nice to see that at least we're recovering, friends. It's beautiful, right? It was beautiful. The squiggly lines of friendship and justice. Here we have, so Bitcoin, the beautiful part is, like I said, it's back within inside the weekly and the monthly range. It's actually right in the middle. From this point, of course, now we just wait and see. Everyone comes out probably to reevaluate their thesis. We've just had like the most monstrous destruction, a purge. I hope don't harm yourself or anything, friends. That there will be crypto will pump. It will pump. Don't listen to these people who say, "Oh, retail's never gonna come again." He said that from the 2017 bear market. Okay, and in the fallout of that. Yes, they'll come back again, bro. And by the way, we got destroyed in 2022, and then now they're buying fart coin, okay? So, and meme coins and even more trash. So don't believe any of them. They know what they're talking about. It's what you'll find is people are they're actually sidelined now. They've sold, they've exited, they're upset, and now they want to just say, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. Okay, like, have your opinion. I'm going to keep holding. I'm going to keep holding long and strong. Like, subscribe, Billy Button, all. Catch you in the next one.